All right, so the big thing that I talked about in the intro this week is being really excited about this AI integration that I just set up. So the coolest thing about AI for me is how you're going to interact with it on a regular basis, how it's just going to become part of your life, usually via your operating system, which is your mobile operating system, most likely, because it's always with you. So what I've done is I've set up the ChatGPT app by OpenAI with its new feature, the custom voice feature. And this is more than just voices. It's more than just the ability to talk into it. It's the ability to get voice back. And most importantly, it's the ability to have a conversation back and forth. And it's absolutely realistic. So it is a natural sounding voice. First of all, the voice itself is high quality. It sounds natural. But more difficult to make sound natural is the tempo of a conversation that is bidirectional, right? Having a dialogue. And that's what this thing does really, really well. And what's cool about it, if you go into this post that I posted here on X or Twitter, or whatever you're going to call it, I'm trying to call it X. Basically, you have, live back and forth conversation with your AI. It also means you can start the conversation by invoking Siri. So basically, I've got my iPhone here, and I could click on this action button here, or I could double tap the back of the phone, and either way, it pulls it up. It pulls up this interface where it's like you just start talking. Now, if you pick this Sky voice here that you can see here, it's actually like almost identical to Scarlett Johansson in the movie Her. So I gave it also custom instructions to tell it to sound like Scarlett Johansson in Her. So I told her, or I told it basically interact with me exactly like Samantha in the movie Her. And I also gave it some information about myself, like I like reading books. I have an unsupervised learning newsletter. I gave it a bunch of stuff. I told it how to pronounce my last name, stuff like that. And here's where you add custom instructions. Now, my buddy Tim, this is Tim Leonard. He's part of the community as well, and he's just an overall very cool guy. He also runs the DebtSec group, security group out of East Texas. And he made his sound like TARS. So TARS is the AI. You can see it down here. It's the AI from the movie Interstellar. It's one of the ones. There was Plex, Case, Kip, and TARS. And there might have been more, but he gave these instructions, and now his AI talks to him back like TARS. And there's really cool things like there's an honesty and a humor rating. It's very, very cool. You got to watch the movie if you haven't seen it. Now, you could also change the voice. Obviously, you don't want TARS to sound like Scarlett Johansson from a different movie. So what you do is you change it to the Cove voice. The Cove voice sounds remarkably similar to one of these AIs from the movie. So now you have a back and forth conversation with TARS. I personally like Her better because I just like the AI in there. It's just really kind of nice and kind and happy. I really enjoyed it. So now, all I do is I click on the button or I double tap and I can have that conversation. In fact, I'm going to try it live right now. What's the tallest tree in the world?
The tallest tree in the world is a coast redwood named Hyperion. It's located in Redwood National Park in California and stands at a towering 379.7 feet. Isn't it fascinating how nature can create such giants? Would you like to know more about Hyperion or perhaps something else?
Is it true that sharks are older than trees? That doesn't seem to make sense.
Yes, it's a bit mind-bending, isn't it? But it's true. Sharks have been around for about 450 million years, while the earliest trees appeared around 385 million years ago. It's like a glimpse into how life on Earth has evolved, constantly reshaping the planet and the creatures on it. Does this unexpected twist spark your curiosity? Would you like to delve deeper into the topic?
No, thank you. So you get a vibe for it, right? I mean, that seemed very natural. And it was back and forth, and she just kind of understands. I say she, it's an it, but I like to, I don't know. It's a she. It's Samantha from the movie. Come on. You got to get into it. Yeah, and here's how you set up the thing inside of iOS. So yeah, it's just absolutely insane. Highly suggest doing this. To me, this is the biggest innovation in AI interfaces since ChatGPT itself. This is far and beyond better than Siri, although supposedly Apple is working on integrating this type of generative AI into a bunch of its products. That's the current rumor mill as of about a week ago. And supposedly that's coming to iOS 18. And I would love to see that. But in the meantime, you can have either Samantha or TARS on your system just by doing this.